Hello.
I'm Kat, and this is
Brenda.
And you are here with Babes Unscripted.
Yes.
Today we have the most amazing guest, my friend Kinza Bensouda, who is a pro sports massage therapist and just an amazing all-around person. She's beautiful, she's spiritual, she's a hard worker and an amazing friend, and I love her so much.
Oh,
yes, what an amazing welcome, Kinza.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to do this. It's my
beautiful
first...
babe. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. It's my first time. I'm excited.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, we're popping cherries today.
Yeah, baby.
Fuck that cherry.
I'm a podcast virgin, so
yes. Woo! Okay, we love it.
You're already getting the conversation off to a good start. It's getting high.
Yeah.
It is nice and heated, warming up.
Let's go warm up, baby.
Yes. So Kinza and I met on a platform that I work on, that I give advice and coaching, and she was one of my most favorite clients for so many reasons. Because first of all, it's just good to be around somebody who wants to learn and is like thirsty for knowledge, and then somebody who actually takes advice. Like Kinza is not an asshole. Do you know what an asshole is?
I have a few assholes.
Don't do it.
Exactly.
Yes. So she
or they ask other people.
Yeah, she is not an asshole. Like, she really comes and she self-reflects. And then what I love about her too is that she always makes things her own, right? So I can give her advice and coaching, and then she really internalizes it, and then she takes her own self and makes it her own and really does the work. She finds her own research, and she's just an amazing person, and she's created so many beautiful things in her life. When I first met her, I think what year did we meet? Do you remember?
I think it was like COVID, like 2020.
So yeah, so Kinza and I met, and you were just really starting your career.
Yeah, no, I think I had like just finished school, because I think I remember talking to you about how I got fired from one job. We started talking like, oh, I had gotten my business started that year. I remember I had started my business that year. So I think it was it might have been 2021, actually. I think it was 2021.
I remember you not finished school yet, actually.
Had I not finished school? Okay, it was 2020. The memory's not there.
You hadn't finished school, and you were excited to start. And I remember one of our conversations being about how they were telling you that you wouldn't be able to make money in this industry.
In sports massage.
Yes. And you were like, no, I am going to work with professional athletes. And you do now, don't you?
Wow.
Yeah, I do. I remember, because they were like, there's no money in sports massage. I'm like, there's no money for y'all. Y'all aren't doing it right.
I'm glad you didn't listen. I'm glad.
Y'all not doing it right, So I always knew I was gonna work for myself. And I always knew that, like, whenever I got into massage, I fell in love with it, and I'm just heavy-handed. I'm like, I cannot work in a spa. So, and I was an athlete growing up, so I'm like, yeah, like, why not work with sports? And then I was like, well, where's the money at? because you gotta make money to live. So I was like, where's the money at? It's like, oh, professional sports, because their bodies are literally their careers. And I'm gifted and talented, so why not benefit both of us?
Yes.
Absolutely.
You are actually amazingly talented. And
Thank
it's been
you.
such a pleasure to watch you grow, because as we started doing our coaching sessions, we started talking about things that you could do to grow. And she went out and found the most amazing technique. And can you tell them a little bit about your
Yes.
technique?
Tell us the technique, girl.
I be standing on people sometimes. I put my feet on people. I actually came across that technique because I was getting those types of massages. It's called ashiatsu, and they have the bars over their head, and you're on the table, and they're like standing on you. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Can we cuss on here?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
it.
It's fucking crazy. So I remember I wasn't searching for it. It found me because I remember I had this one football player, and his hamstrings were so thick. And I was like, I cannot work through this. Like, I can't. There's nothing physically I can do. So I was like, bro, get on the ground. Like, I'm just going to stand on you. Like, we're going back to children. Like, when you're a child walking on somebody's back, like, I just had to stand on his legs. And then I just kind of experimented from there. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I get this type of massage. Why don't I try to make it my own? I don't have the bars and stuff, but how can I incorporate this and use my body weight? Because you have these big dudes, I'm not about to kill myself trying to run my elbow through them. So why not use my body weight? And so that kind of opened up a whole new world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, and you're where in Texas, you said, right?
I am in Texas. I am based in
I need to go
Austin.
to Texas, man. Get me one
Yeah,
of those
you gotta come to
massagers.
Texas.
Yeah. At any point, you can go on to Kinza's Instagram and find her with like an elbow in a neck, a foot in a thigh. I'm always so amazed by your
love it.
Instagram. I'm like, that looks crazy. Like, who I love asking, like, whose ass do you have your elbow in today?
But like, no, literally, an elbow is going to somebody's glute. Like somebody, I like to threaten my clients sometimes, like a friendly threaten. I'm like, whenever they like to talk shit to me, I'm like, I literally will put my knee in your ass. So let's tread very carefully.
So again, what exactly inspired you to go into massage again?
My mom. So actually, my mom experienced renal failure when she gave birth to me. She's been on dialysis my whole life. She got kidney though, so she's good now. But
Thank God.
she would always be in pain. She would have episodes where she was just in pain. She couldn't move. So she would like want me to rub her. And she was like, you have such healing hands.
Aww.
You should go to massage school. And I had graduated high school. I didn't go to college, didn't know what I was going to do in my life. And I was like, fuck it, I'll try it. I was like, whatever, I'm not doing anything. And then I just found out like I love it and it's my passion, and kind of went from there.
Amazing.
I love that. First of all, honor to your mom for
Yes.
actually finding your talent or acknowledging it.
Seriously.
She will never let me forget. She's like, I'm the reason that you are doing this. She's like, don't forget, I told you. So she will never let me live it down. So shout out to moms, man.
Yeah, shout out to
she
mom.
She got me on track.
Yeah. And that's amazing because I'm glad you brought this up, because a couple of years ago I heard it on the radio, and I also did some research about massage therapy and just the benefits of it and the science behind it, and how it's great. It changes the biochemistry, so it lowers cortisol. So there's actually some stuff happening, right? And then increases dopamine and serotonin. So it's just amazing to me. Pregnancy massagers, I think they're amazing for like pregnant women. So that was the study that they did. They took these women who were pregnant, and then they gave them massages over like 16 weeks, I think it was. Don't worry, I got fur babies too, don't worry. And then they got their mood was better after the massages. So that's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Massage, definitely. I mean, it affects everybody, you know, because everybody has circumstances that they deal with every day, no matter if you're pregnant, no matter if you're a pro athlete, no matter if you work at a desk, like we all just carry so much. And so, you know, people think of massage and they're just like, oh, you're rubbing somebody. Like, you know, you're just rubbing somebody down, putting oil, lotion on them and stuff. But it's really so much bigger than that to me. It's really about changing people's lives and connecting their mind body connection and really just like connecting them to themselves and improving their quality of life. So, you
Yeah,
know,
definitely. And Kat, wasn't it Friday that I called you or Thursday? I don't remember. Last week I was off. I was feeling off. Like I was like
yeah,
anxious. I was going through some stuff, personal problems, and I'm like, I don't know. My the first thing in my head was, I gotta call the massage place, a lady, and just get me in there. And she got
I
me
gotta
in
call
that
the
day.
lady.
Yeah, I called her and I'm like, get me in here. So my sister goes to the spot, and then I kind of like followed her because she does it all the time. She gets at least 2 massages a week. And then I'm like, I need to take care of myself better, right? So I called and I felt so good. And so like my nose started dripping too, like because you're like laying down. And I'm
Yeah,
like, can you tell me a little bit about that? Like, why does my nose
like
drip?
why your sinuses
Yeah.
were clearing out. Well, partially because the gravity, you know, you're forward, so it's kind of draining. But as you get massaged, your lymphatic system is being activated. So it's moving through all these toxins and things out of your body. So it could possibly be that your body was just getting rid of anything that was stuck and we're restoring movement back in and circulation back in. So things are just kind of coming out.
Amazing. Yeah, I had a clogged nose and everything.
Yeah,
But I
that
felt so
is.
good. I felt so good after that.
Man, I remember one time I was getting my neck massaged by the lady. She had her toes in my neck. And I started like coughing because I felt drainage like coming down my neck. She was like, yeah, when you massage the neck, sometimes like your nasal passages will open up and it'll start draining. So, you know, it's crazy how your body reacts
Right?
to that
Oh
stuff.
gosh. My
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, I think massage is such a life hack. If I could give one tip, it's that. And it's great to get like juicy massages by someone like yourself, but even self massage, or one of my little tips is go to a nail salon. They can give you for $10 a 10-minute massage on your neck or your back just to relax. Or a lot of places, like let's say Planet Fitness, they have the massage bed that you can like lay on, right? Like do self
Mhm.
massage, do whatever you can until someone like yourself can really take care of you, right? If like you're booked, go do something for yourself, because massage is such an
Yeah.
amazing tool, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I feel
definitely.
like nothing in the world can replace human touch. And people don't realize how vital it is to us as humans. Like we're social
Yeah.
creatures. We need touch, we need connection. And so part of that, you know, feeling of everybody being happier and relaxed and more at ease is because you get that comfort. Like if you think about it like a mother and her baby, like that you got to hold the baby to your chest and like that skin to skin. What do they focus on when they give birth? Skin to skin contacts. So like we all need touch.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I love to be able to provide that for people in a way that's healing for them.
All I'm gonna say is that my lady was touching. No, listen. I had to call
Like,
my sister, and I'm like, sis, why she on my glutes like that? She
I'm
was on
sorry,
my. That's all right. That's all right.
the dogs are agreeing with you.
Yeah, let me tell you, she
Yes.
was on my butt, and I'm like, oh Lord Jesus. I felt like, I was a little
You
violent,
ain't,
but
yeah,
she's
you
she's splitting cheeks and everything. I'm like, oh Lord Jesus. And then
had you
my
feeling
sister
some
goes,
things.
yeah, my sister was like, you gotta tell her next time not to, like, just to like, I'm like, I'm gonna have to, because she was splitting cheeks. I was a little scared for a minute, because I'm strictly, you know what? Strictly rhyme it with Dickley.
Oh my gosh.
So I felt it was a little weird, but I still enjoyed it. I still, I enjoy the process no matter what.
Yeah. I feel like us as massage therapists, we're kind of desensitized to that kind of stuff, you know, because it's just professional for us. So it's like we drape you, like it's just a body to us, right? So it's not really sexualized for us. And so like when people sexualize the work, it's so funny to me because I'm like, I really just see a body. Like it's not. I'm just trying to get to the muscles because you know the insertions and origins, you gotta follow them all the way. So
I got a
you know,
question after this, but go ahead.
but but yeah, no, I don't like whenever we're in that mode, we're in work mode. Like it's not even registering.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah.
So, so like I like to work out my legs a lot, right? Like my quads. And
Yeah.
she didn't hit my quads that good, right? But I asked my sister, and I want your answer. I know what her answer is, but they don't they only do the back in New Jersey. Is that like across the board? They only like, I mean, they do a little bit of the front, but mostly the back. Like because, and my
I
sister gave me an answer for that. I guess like because they don't want to do the front too
Are
much
you
because of
talking
the
about like
men.
with just men or like
Yeah, yeah.
um
Is that like a thing in massage
I
therapy
mean,
that
I feel like maybe for some people it's not a thing for me
okay.
because I work on wherever it's coming from. Like I like to get the source of the issue. So if it's on the
Mhm.
front, it's on the front. If it's on the back, it's on the back. But I can
Oh,
understand
okay.
some people might be hesitant to be in those positions. But it's like I work with men a lot. So
I guess my sister, what my sister says, like they don't like doing too much in the front, right? Like on the legs, because I guess some men get aroused. I don't know if that's true or not.
okay, I oh, so that's
My bad,
okay. So
I'm bringing.
you're trying to get to that. You try to get to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I've had some experiences where men have gotten aroused.
Oh, interesting.
But I mean, it depends. Like, it really is a lot of factors, like how comfortable you are with that client. Um, if they're wearing like, because the athletes, they're usually wearing compression shorts. So it's not as much of an issue. But like whenever I worked at the chiropractic clinic, I actually had an incident where it was inappropriate and the session had to be terminated. But yeah, no, I can understand. Like sometimes I try if I get that vibe from a person, it's like, yeah, we're gonna
Gotcha.
avoid that area. But honestly, I don't really have that problem a lot, and they know I don't play.
Gotcha. I think, and so it
I
might
don't
be
play.
a New Jersey thing, I guess, because I mean, the lady just hit the backside, and I'm like, well, what about my legs? You know, the
Well,
front.
how long was the session too?
About an hour.
Oh, and did you have like was that a specific area that you said you needed worked?
No,
Okay,
that was
because
my
I know
first
for
time going.
hour sessions, I don't usually do full body.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it could be like a time thing, like you really needed work in one area, and
Oh, okay.
so they didn't get to it. That I could think of it either that way, but I don't know. I ain't heard about New
All right.
Jersey and
Okay.
the back,
I just
the
curious.
posterior chain. So yeah, but nah, I be working everything for people. I'm like, that sounded crazy. Hold on, I be working. You
I know,
know
right? Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's rephrase
that sounded a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. No,
that.
I be working the front and back. So because they go hand in hand. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Your back can hurt and really your abdomen is tight, you know, so they balance each other.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That actually is an experience that you were just talking about with like the chiropractor office. How do you handle something like that? Is there a kind of something that
Like
you
a
say?
protocol or something.
Yeah, like how do you protect yourself?
You know, and that's a really good question. We actually didn't have a protocol in place. And so the thing is that actually happened to another therapist multiple times. And then they sent him to me. And the therapist actually said something, and apparently she just refused to turn him over. Like she just kept him face down. But nobody prepped me for anything. So it was kind of just whoa, right? Um, and he's just getting away with it like it's normal. And so I kind of told them to put a protocol in place. I was like, you have to, you know, we're in these vulnerable situations. We are alone in a room with this person. We don't know what they could do to us, especially as a man. He could overpower us, right? Um, so for my personal business, I do like I will terminate the session. I do have something to protect me. Um, and I do also have liability insurance and all types of things. But just like to get out of the situation, you know, it's hard. Sometimes you feel frozen. You're like, I don't know what to do. Like, should I just finish or whatever? But in those situations, like you have to get out. Like you have to get
You
out.
know,
And
I'm afraid to ask when she said, "I have something to protect me," and I'm like, "Well, she lives in Texas, and you know, in Texas, you know what they do,
Texas don't play.
right? You know."
Yeah. The Wild Wild West.
Yeah, I was like, "Wait a minute, you." I'm afraid to ask. You own one of them things?
I'm not gonna say what I have, but I mean I'm good.
She good. All
I'm
right. She got
protected.
protection. Okay, okay.
Yeah, like you know, no, they're not finna try me. That's all I'm gonna say. They're
For
not
Y'all
gonna try.
heard? Okay, listeners. If you go see Kinza, she got
You,
protection.
if you try to see me, just know that you know I know how to defend myself.
Good.
And I
Yeah,
advocate that to all female massage therapists. Well, every massage therapist, but especially us women. Like we need to. I hope you know how to fight. Okay.
yeah, and honestly, good for you for putting that protocol in, because it's like you were the one to
Yeah.
stand up for future women and just say, listen, this is not allowed. This stops here with me, and I'm going to put this protocol in place to protect the next person. And that's actually very admirable of you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really
thank
just,
Yeah.
you. I'm like, you know, you
Amazing.
don't know anybody's history. You don't know what they've been through in the past. You don't know what their trauma could be. And so if they're put in that situation, you don't know what could resurface for them. And so it's very important that these things are communicated. I didn't even know about the behaviors before the session. And the fact that this was a continuous thing just wasn't acceptable to me,
Mhm.
which is also why I work for myself because, you know, I have no problem telling people that this is an issue and it should not continue. And this should have never been a thing to begin with and put people in line.
yeah,
That's
Respectfully.
amazing. You guys are inspiring me so much because you both work your own businesses. That's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Because
It's
I've been working for a company for a long time, and I'm like I'm ready to transition to work. And I just think that that's amazing, and you guys do that work for yourselves.
oh,
well,
thank you. It's not all that glamorous. It's rough out here.
I know, no, I know the hustle is real. No, I know
It's
the
rough
hustle
out
is
here.
real. Like I tell people, like some people that work for themselves, it's a lot of work. It's not just like a company. You go in, you do your job,
yeah,
you leave, but it's 24/7 for an entrepreneur.
Yeah, you give up working a 9 to 5 to work literally 25/8. Like it
Yeah.
does not. I'll be up in the middle of the night working, doing
yeah,
something, responding to
I know
somebody's.
somebody that be up in the middle of the night working too.
yeah. It's the same for me. I'm up at
Yeah.
all crazy hours, three
Mhm.
o'clock in the morning. Like the job is done when the job gets done.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's never done.
it's
Yeah. Yeah.
never done. But at the same time, you do have the freedom that you want to do and do what it is that you want to do. And so we're going to be manifesting that for Brenda in 2020.
Yes,
Bring it, baby, bring it in.
yes. Giving you that energy.
Bring it.
It's all about the freedom, baby. It's all about
Mhm.
the freedom.
Let me tell you, I took a day off today, right? I love my
Yes.
job. I'm not gonna lie. I like my job. I love it. But I took a day off today because I was like, you know what? I have so much to do. And 9 to 5, like 9 to 5, 8 to 5, whatever. It's all day at work. And then the weekends, I'm cleaning the house. I'm doing other things. So I never have time for even cleaning the house is a problem sometimes because it's just like so much to do. So today I was like, took the day off, and it's just like I felt so good. I woke up in a wonderful mood. I went to the gym and I didn't rush.
Yeah.
I did like an amazing glute workout. Okay. And after that, like I pinged someone and he's like, "Oh yeah, let's meet at 3." So I was like, "All right, great." Cleaned the bathroom thoroughly and I with peace, with music, went to my meeting. It was amazing. And I can picture that as an entrepreneur, like in the future.
Honestly, business, now that I'm thinking about it, like business and love, listen, if you want to have a business, just know your love life might not exist for a little bit. It might get rough.
That's that's actually very accurate as well.
It might get rough.
Yeah.
That's why you think that's how I met Kat too. I was like, listen, I would call her Padma. I'm like, Padma, it's not looking good.
Aw.
Like, it's not looking good. There's nothing in the love department.
for all of you that don't know, so my spiritual name is Padma. When I became a
I
yoga
love it.
teacher, yeah, the Swami, basically when you graduate, the Swami does a meditation and you basically pick from a mantra that you want to make your own. And you pick a deity that you want to make your own. And so I picked Lakshmi, which was all about business and beauty. And that's where I was in my life, starting my own business. And I'm one of my desires is just to make everything around me beautiful,
I
right?
love it.
Whether it's physically beautiful, emotionally beautiful, mentally, spiritually beautiful. So that's who it was for me. And so Padma means lotus in Sanskrit. So when I'm doing spiritual readings or I'm working with yoga clients or as a yoga teacher, that's the name that I tend to go with. So if anybody ever calls me Padma, that's that's
And,
that's
and what
why.
is this? You said a word there. I mean, I'm new to this world. So what is Swami? You said Swami?
Swami.
Yeah. What is that?
So a Swami is someone who it's a spiritual being similar to, I guess the best way I could describe it, it's either like a yogic or sometimes a Hindu, like similar to like a priest, right? So there's somebody who immerses themselves in Vedanta, which are, we kind of went through that in one of the earlier podcasts. Vedanta are the scriptures that were originally written, and they're the yogic scripts. And then out of those yogic scripts came several different lineages and religions. So one of those, there's the yogic culture and then there's the Hindu culture, and that's why they're both very similar because they come from the same original text. So one
Okay.
is more of a religion and one is a philosophy, and then there's everything in between that kind of blend those. And so a Swami is basically someone who immerses themselves in those teachings and oftentimes will be in an ashram or some kind of environment like that where they will give lectures and teachings to students who want to learn.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's when if you're going to a good yoga school, and that's my top tip for anybody who truly wants to be a yoga teacher, as much as being a yoga teacher is a great thing and you can find many different organizations that can teach you, my best tip is to actually go to an ashram, because an ashram is where you will really learn the true meaning of yoga. Yoga is just one, the exercises that we do, those are actually called asanas. And so somebody who's a true yoga teacher will say an asana class, right? That's the name of the postures. But American culture calls it yoga. Yoga itself is an actual philosophy, and the asanas are just one little teeny tiny part of yoga. And so if you're going to truly learn yoga and you want to be an asana teacher, I recommend that you go to an ashram so you can really learn what it's meant for and the history behind it and the Vedantic philosophy. Otherwise, you're just really learning that one little piece. And when you learn it as a whole, it really becomes more fulfilling and more nurturing. And you have so much more of an understanding and can help your clients on so much of a deeper level.
Mhm.
So,
Okay. Awesome.
yeah. And
Very
so
good
to
stuff.
relate that back to Kinza, actually, you're just going to have to tune in next week to find out more.
Thank you for tuning in to Babes Unscripted. We hope you've enjoyed today's episode and found it both entertaining and insightful. If you want more unfiltered and unscripted conversations, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified when we post new episodes. Remember, life is unscripted, and we're here to embrace every moment of it with you. Until next time, stay unfiltered, stay authentic, and stay fabulous. This is your host, Brenda Paz and Kat, signing off Babes Unscripted. Bye now.